Hello everyone. Today we're talking about accidentals, sharps and flats, and why sometimes two notes sound the same, but in reality they actually have different names. So in step 1, we need to know what are accidentals. For this demonstration, I will use this whiteboard to explain the purpose of accidentals. Accidentals are the symbols in music that change the pitch of a note by half a step. This is a sharp symbol. A sharp raises the note by 1/2 step, which means you go up to the closest note. This is a flat symbol. A flat lowers the note by 1/2 step, which means you go down to the next closest note. For example, if you start on a C and make it sharp, it becomes C sharp. If you start on an E and make it flat, it becomes E flat. So really, it's just the letter. Because you're only lowering it or raising it by 1/2 step, you don't have to change the actual letter just yet. There are a few exceptions to this rule, but that is for another video. So now that we know what sharps and flats do, let's talk about something cool. Some notes can have two different names, but sound exactly the same. These are called enharmonic equivalents, and I'll show you what this means next. For this demonstration, I will use my piano to explain how sharps and flats actually get their name. I will be doing this in the key of C. This is C. This is C sharp, right? Okay. So, if you're going up from C, what would this note be? I'll give you a couple seconds. This note would be C sharp if you're coming up from C. This is D. What note would this be if we're coming from D instead of C? It would be D flat. See, that's what I was saying earlier. It depends on where you're coming from. Like C sharp, D flat. So this note right here is C sharp, but it's also D flat. And this can be said for the whole music scale, no matter where you're at. And there are a little few places where this can be a problem. And if it is, and that's in the place you're at, let me know in the comments, because I will make another video explaining those. But for the purpose of this video, I will just explain these. Now that you've seen how C sharp and D flat work on the piano, let's look at the rest of the enharmonic equivalents. On this board are displayed the rest of the enharmonic equivalents. C sharp equals D flat, D sharp equals E flat, F sharp equals G flat, G sharp equals A flat, and A sharp equals B flat. If you ever see this in a piece of music, just know that if you don't know one of the notes, look at either the half step above it or below it if it's a sharp or flat note, because then you could play that note and it would be the exact same note. I forgot to say this, but if you do need it, please feel free to screenshot and save that board with the sharps and flats enharmonic equivalents, if it could help you. If you want a PDF version, I could get that arranged and everything. But other than that, that's it. Now you know what accidentals are, how sharps and flats work, and how enharmonic equivalents like C sharp and D flat are the same note. Remember, same sound, different name. The more you practice reading these, the easier it gets when playing your music. thanks for watching. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.